All right, we back on the record. Case 2025, sovereign citizen encounters appearances for the record, please. Good evening. Oh, I see my name in there. Oh, y'all were waiting on me. I appreciate that. Oh, all right. Hold on. I have some feedback. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Or it's daytime for you. Night. I don't know where you're at, but hello. And I'm glad to see everyone back again. Oh man, hold on. I got to start off because Dilfbag started off. Let me get all this stuff on the record. Okay, this is on the record. Let me go. Okay. All right. Dilfbag, I appreciate the super chat that you stuck in there 4 hours ago. All right. Thank you. And hold on. Dilfbag stuff. Another one in here 5 minutes ago. 7 beers, 7 years, no beers. Oh, that's what Trish, y'all in there talking trash. All right. And who we have here? Z Travera. I hope I said it right. Let me see. For the record, I am here on special appearance. I am a living woman. I am flesh and blood human being, and I am challenging this jurisdiction. You can challenge it all day because we run UCC 1-308 in here. Okay. So that's how we run things in here. All right. So glad to see everybody back tonight. Tonight, I think it's going to be a lot better. Oh, Hope, I see you finally made it on a live stream. She sends me messages all the time. I appreciate you being in here, and I'm glad you made it. And for those of you who hadn't been in here on the live and kind of coming in now, thank you very much. I'm glad that you are here so we can have a good time together. Last night should be a little bit different. I mean, tonight should be a little bit different than last night. I think it will have a little bit more going on with the judge and all this interaction with the trial. It will not be any cliffhangers tonight. So we're going to go straight through and we're going to get to the end of this thing. Okay. Because I want everybody to be awake. Last night we was in here for a while. It was a little slow. Y'all was here. The ones that was here. So let me switch over. Okay, you new to the channel, Eileen? Thank you and welcome. Chuck, I gotta say something about Chuck. For those of you who are always in the chat, in the comments, in the videos, Chuck always puts something in there every day, some type of motto for the theme of the day for the video, and they're funny. I should be saving them all. So, Chuck, thank you for doing that because I look forward to seeing your comment when I put a video out. You come up with something, especially that Stanky Leg Saturday. I'm just saying, he said it. Just saying. All right, so let's get this party started.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to call Sharisa Williams.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury. Thank you. You can have a seat.
Good morning, ma'am. I just have a few questions for you. Can you spell your name for the record, please?
Yes, first name is Sharisa, Charissa. Last name is Williams, Willilliams.
Okay, and do you go by any other name?
Receive occasionally, but that's just the nickname.
Okay. And where are you employed?
Right now with Simca Management and Investment, also known as Collector.
Okay. Are you working specifically for Pacific Flats, the plaintiff?
Yes,
Okay, and what is your job title there?
I'm the property manager.
Okay, and as the property manager, what are your responsibilities?
Collecting rent payments, rectifying ledgers, tenant issues and complaints, review pest control. I run all of it.
Okay, and how long have you been employed there?
Since January of 2024.
Okay, and do you maintain files on the tenants that you rent to?
Yes.
Okay, are you familiar with the defendant, Joshua Johnson?
Yes.
And he was formerly of 1421 East Kalamazoo Street, apartment number 10 in Lansing, correct?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the books and records associated with that property?
Yes.
Okay. Did you review them before testifying today?
Yes.
Okay, did you bring the tenant file today?
I did.
Okay. Did you enter into a written lease agreement with the defendant?
His lease agreement expired in 2022. We've been month to month.
Okay, there was an initial lease, correct? Do you
Correct.
remember?
That was in 2016.
All right, I gotta stop real quick. You know why? Hope, thank you very much. Pair character with lovey dovey eyes, blowing red hearts in the air. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you very much. And Trish, Thank you very much also for the super chat. And yeah, Trish is asking for people to hit the like button. And I'm sure Delphbag will be back on it again. Thank you very much.
Vernon?
That was in 2016.
Just,
Object to what?
I never signed no lease with them. I only
I don't know who's on that wall.
signed a lease once, and that was in 2020, 2016. I've been month to month ever since then. I've never signed a lease with them.
Okay, you can continue.
Pardon,
You
Judge?
can continue.
Oh, thank you, Judge. The original lease that he signed was dated when?
May of 2016.
Okay.
Oh, because there was some interruptions from me, obviously, with the super chat, because he said it kind of low, so I want to make sure that everybody heard it. He said he never signed a lease with them, the people that's managing the place now, because I think this is the third management company that's been in there since he's been in there. So he's going to try to use little things. So I wanted to make sure I got that out so you won't be lost later. So that was on me. I was just trying to make sure I acknowledge everybody. And he came in and said that really fast, and you probably would have missed it.
And was this record made at or near the time with the person with knowledge of the information contained in the lease?
Which record are you talking about?
The lease, Judge, I'm just setting a
Okay.
foundation to enter.
Did you
into
work
the-
there in 2016?
No.
Well, then how is she can testify to that? How can she?
It's in the tenant file, Your Honor, it's the books and records in the tenant file.
Your question was this record what?
When was the original lease?
May of 2016.
Okay, and would this record be kept in the normal course of the regular conducted business for the plaintiff for Pacific Flats?
Yes.
Okay. And is it a regular practice to keep all the tenant, okay, to keep and maintain these records?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm going to propose the lease signed in 2016
Okay.
as proposed exhibit 1. If I may show it to the witness.
Did he see it?
Yes, that's it.
That's his copy. Okay. This is gonna be what proposed exhibit what?
1, Judge. I believe it'd be.
This is 1.
So A.
Yours is gonna be A. Okay.
Plaintiff will do letters, Judge.
Yes. At this point, you're counter defendant, so. Counter defendant.
Oh, thank you, Judge. And may I show the defendant?
Yes.
Oh, no,
The witness.
Judge. Ms. Williams, does this document, what purports to be the lease that defendants were obligated under?
Yes.
And did the plaintiff sign this?
I assume that is a signature, yeah.
Okay, did the, so who signed it and when?
It's quite scribbly, but I assume it is Mr. Judge Thompson's signature.
No, did the plaintiff sign it? Did Pacific
Oh,
Flats?
No, we did not own the property at that time.
Okay. Did the lease expire?
Yes,
When did it expire?
May 31st of 2017.
Okay, and did the lease term then become month to month?
I don't believe so at that time, but we didn't own the property at then, so I
Okay.
can't justify that.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, did he sign a new lease?
According to the record that we had, there was another lease after that, yes.
Okay, at some point, did the lease become month to month?
Yes,
Okay, was when he was living there, was the tenancy month to month tenancy?
yes, that started December 1st of 2022.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Chuck, because Chuck just said, and y'all talking about in the chat about his dog. So sorry for your loss on that. And yeah, don't worry about if the titles are off. It's okay. So, I hope you get through that.
Okay, and did all of the rules and regulations governing the lease carry over to the month to month tenancy?
Not with the lease that was signed previously in 2016.
Okay. Your Honor, I would offer the very first lease into evidence.
Okay, let me follow up here. What rules didn't carry over?
The only thing that doesn't carry over is the actual rental amount. So like his rental amount can change because he's not locked into that lease for the month. It can change every 30 days. But with Section 8, we have to give them at least 60 days notice, which we would do.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, you want to,
Admit that into evidence as plaintiff's exhibit A.
is there any objection to that as your
This
lease?
is the only time they ever.
No, objection as to this document being admitted as an exhibit is my question.
This first one,
Yes.
the first one is yes.
You're
That's no
you're
problem.
objecting?
No,
Oh, no
I'm not.
objection.
The first
Okay,
one,
that could
no.
be admitted. Are you publishing to the court?
Yes,
That's
Judge.
right.
It's just whatever lease they're speaking of afterwards, I don't believe, because they obviously don't have. a-
It's not an exhibit at this point, so we can proceed, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. So you indicated that Mr. Johnson is a Section 8 recipient or voucher holder?
Correct.
Okay, and can you explain to the court what that means?
That means that usually a portion of his rent is covered by the vouchers. So we would have a portion that would be based on his income that he would need to cover for his contribution. And then whichever agency that he's dealing with for his voucher would take care of the remaining portions.
Okay, so he just pays a portion of the rent?
Correct.
And then he gets assistance with the balance, correct?
Sure.
Okay, and so that would be technically not market rent, it'd be subsidized rent? He
No.
doesn't pay market rent, correct?
He doesn't pay market rent, he pays a portion of it, but total including it, it still would be at market rent. So the actual rental amount would still.
Okay, and what are his monthly obligations?
As far as
Rent? Does it change?
it can, but not usually month to month, no.
Okay, and when does that change?
Usually it would change with a lease term, but once it's month to month, under Section 8, we have to give at least 60 days notice before any rent amounts can change.
Okay, and what determines his rental amount?
It's more of a HUD guideline that would determine what his amount based on what the market rent actually is, what his voucher amount is, and what his income is.
Your
Okay,
Honor.
so if he were to, for instance, make more money, his portion would increase.
Correct.
If he didn't make money, if he wasn't employed, his contribution, his own contribution would decrease, correct?
Correct.
Is there ever time it would be a zero?
Yes.
Okay, and when would that be?
Generally, if the tenant doesn't have income or if they don't have enough income to be able to support their utility allowance and a rent.
Okay, and when is the monthly rent due by?
It's due on the first of each month.
Okay, and if it's not paid by this date, is there a late fee?
No, we have a grace period through the 5th. Late charges are not assessed until the 6th.
Okay, and what is the late fee if it's not paid by the 6th?
Under the current terms of our lease, it is $50 on the 6th of each month and $100 on the 16th of the month.
Okay. And when did the defendant's rent increase? Throughout the term of the tenancy, were there increases and decreases to his portion of the rent?
Yes.
Okay, and you said that you have to give the defendant 60 days notice?
We have to give whichever agency is dealing with is the holder of their voucher, we have to give them 60 days notice
60-day notice of what?
of the increase.
Okay, and then does that adjust his portion?
So that's depending on what their income is.
Okay. But that is the market rent that is increasing, correct?
Correct.
So you submit that to the voucher holder?
Yeah.
Or the voucher provider?
Yes.
And then that determines how much they pay and how much he pays, correct? Okay, and does this, you said fluctuates?
Yes.
Okay, and how long approximately has Mr. Johnson resided at the premises, on the premises?
He's been there since 2016.
Okay, is it fair to say that there are fluctuations both ways, increase and decrease in his portion?
Oh,
And in market rent?
yes.
Okay,
All right, hold on. I got okay, Michelle, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate your super chat. I like that little sticker man that's sitting on there. I like that. And Dilf Bag, okay, thank you for the little dog. I appreciate that. Thank you. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm in 2 different screens and one of them is not keeping up. So if I'm a little delayed on it, I'll go back and see it. All right, yeah, I appreciate everybody what they're doing. Thank you.
was the defendant notified of this?
Notified of the changes?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Once we notify the agencies, they will send out that information to the tenant.
Okay, and the new rental, when it takes effect, you would tell them that as well?
Correct.
Okay, and you would tell the voucher provider as well?
Correct.
Okay. With regards to, is there a month-to-month fee?
Yes,
How much is that?
it's generally an increase in the rent charge of 1.2%.
Okay, so that is, because he doesn't have a term period of 12 months, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and that is a percentage based on
Market rent.
market rent, okay. With regards to utility allowances. Okay, defendant, counter plaintiff, furnish the court with a request for tenant fee approval. And judge, this, it wasn't numbered, but it indicates this where O is the owner.
Correct.
T is the tenant.
Correct.
And who is responsible for what utility?
Correct.
Okay, and how long is this good for?
We call them RIFTAs. They are valid for the
I'm
term.
sorry, what's it called?
It's short RIFTA, RFTA, request for tenancy approval.
Okay,
Those are valid for essentially the term of the lease, which would be for the year. And then every year with renewals, we have to send another one.
okay, so is it fair to say that utility allowances change?
Absolutely.
Okay, is it fair to say that the person responsible for who pays for the utilities changes?
Absolutely.
Okay, and at what date did Mr. Johnson become responsible for the gas?
Gas is was never responsible for. Gas was always still going to be under ours. The only change was to water, sewer, and trash.
Okay, and when was that change?
That change originally was in, sorry, we did a blanket one for the whole company. The first one was in June of 2024.
Okay, and that changed for water, sewage, trash to be the responsibility of Mr. Johnson, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the initial one that he gave to the court dated April 22nd, 2016 is no longer valid, correct?
Correct, because that lease was no longer valid.
Okay,
Do you have proof that he was, where's the one that showed him? Because that's his. Where is the one, what is this called, a RIFTA?
Yes,
Where's the
RIFTA,
RIFTA that notified him that he would now be, or MISHA, that he would be responsible?
no, that was actually as a company that sent all that information to both of the agencies on February 28th of last year, notifying.
Oh,
both agencies-
2024?
Correct, that we were changing the way that water, sewer, and trash was being billed, just so that we could get all of our Section 8 tenants across the board encompassed.
And so that would, my question is so if that was sent to MISHA, then MISHA would send an adjustment notification, and now his allowance would indicate that?
They should have, yes,
Okay, thank you.
and what year was this?
2024.
So in 2024, when you notified MISHA, who then is responsible? Would it be MISHA's responsibility to pay for the utilities, or would it be Mr. Johnson's responsibility to pay for the?
It was dependent upon what the tenant's contribution was. So with both MISHA and LHC, we were dealing with.
I'm sorry, LHC, what is that?
Sorry, I'm
stand
sorry,
for?
LHC is Lansing Housing Commission.
Okay, Lansing Housing Commission.
Yes,
So, and MISHA is,
Michigan State Housing and Development Authority.
okay, continue.
For both agencies, we were essentially just kind of piecing it out. So on Mr. Johnson's ledger, where it shows that the $40 water, sewer, and then the $10 in trash, that was simply our accounting, just pulling it out so that we could track utility allotments versus what the actual rent charge. But his rent charge amount was completely totaled with LHC. It would still be the exact same.
So you did not charge more, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So Mr. Johnson is contesting the charges on the ledger.
Mhm.
Can you speak to
Is that
that?
a yes?
I'm sorry, yes.
I'm sorry, contesting on the ledger. Will you address that?
The 1398.90?
The utility allowances or
Oh.
the utility charges, pardon.
Yes, the utility charges were simply added more for tracking on the back end of our side, just so that we could count what was actually going, or what was being charged for water, sewer, trash versus what was being charged for actual rent charges. The actual total amount that he was being charged did not change.
Okay, so he was not being charged this amount, correct?
All right, I got to pause for a second. Something's going on in the platform I'm in. The messages are not coming through fast enough. So, okay, Showdown, thank you for the super. Okay, did anyone subpoena the bed bugs? I'm not sure. We'll find out why this hearing is going on. And okay, Hope said I might start looking windows if I get over there. No, I'm not gonna do that. And okay, Frank. Oh, Trish, take care of that. I'm always in the chat with everybody. Right now, my chat in the software I'm using is moving slow. I'm waiting for it to update. I never had that issue before, but I normally interact. So, hello, Frank. I'm interacting with you publicly. And then Trish, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. And I see the people that got them. So I know y'all will be very happy about that. So I'm sure everyone is thanking you for that. And yeah, Trish, you rock. Okay. All right. Yeah. All the new members, welcome. 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 Trish will get you in the right direction on what you need. All right. So yeah, once again, my software is acting a little weird. So things are coming through a little bit slow. So if I am off a little bit, checking two different screens. Okay. But everybody that's here normally, you know how I am. So you see anybody make a comment that's kind of like thinking I'm not doing something, y'all take care of it for me if you don't mind. And we will get back to this crazy hearing going on here.
Correct.
Okay. And
Okay, let me just stop. Because I'm confused. No,
I'm sorry.
no.
Sorry.
You said that your company sent notification out in 2024.
Correct.
That there was gonna now be responsibility on the renter to pay water, trash, and sewage, correct?
Correct.
Why am I looking at your ledger that says there's a monthly water sewer postage of $40 and it's in 2023?
Because Mr. Johnson went month to month in 2022, so his lease essentially renewed every 30 days. His was not necessarily the same as our tenants who have a 12-month lease with us.
Well,
Have y'all noticed that property manager on the witness stand? She's saying a lot of stuff off memory. Like she knows the dates and everything. Now I know when she mentioned June, whatever happened in June with the different bills, that was for the Section 8 people all across the board. But every time she's asked a question about a date, she seems to know what's going on, and she don't have any papers up there with her.
I asked prior to that, where's the RIFTA that notified him that that was going to be added?
I don't have that with me.
But his original lease stated that the landlord would pay that, correct?
Correct.
And then the RIFTA that he provided states that, again, the landlord is going to pay that, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but no evidence that Mishta or Key was notified as of a certain date prior to November 2023 that he would now be responsible for that.
Give me the old money.
and Judge, can you repeat that question one more time, Judge?
No evidence that Mishta.
Hold on a second. We just got a new member. Oh, from screen to screen. Admiral, welcome. Welcome to the members club. You're going to have a whole lot of fun with us there too. And I think Trish is already saying things in the chat. So yeah, I'm working on it. But yeah, welcome. I'm glad you decided to become a member. Thank you once again.
Or Mr. Johnson was notified somewhere around November 2023, where I see this now on his on the ledger that you have, like I guess he said that you provided, that he would now be responsible for water and sewer, because that's on that ledger.
My bad on the dead space. I missed this one. She's over there looking for something. Well, I'm sure it won't take 3 or 4 minutes like what he does when he looking for paperwork.
Your Honor, just
Not right
like,
now. Write your questions and things down so that when it's your turn.
I got it written down.
Okay.
You'll see how he writes his questions down. Yes, Mel, I just saw your message. Yeah, I made it into the courtroom.
Judge, I believe you requested
Wherever,
notice.
yeah, notice to Mr. and the tenant that he would now be responsible for.
I didn't even see it.
Are you serious?
This one I recognize, but this, never seen this. Is this even based on, what was the dates, 2023, 580 month?
And that-
Yeah. Wasn't even being charged 580 a month in 2023. In my ledger, it shows I was charged 715. So this isn't right. The numbers don't add up, Your Honor.
I don't know what is that you're proposing, ma'am?
The numbers don't add.
Notice of rent increase for 2024 and Mr. Johnson's water sewage trash charge. And that was
What's the
40
date on
for
that?
water and sewer and 10 for trash.
What's the date for that?
September 20th, 2023.
And yet they're saying I'm paying
But,
500.
Sir,
Oh, Judge, I'm sorry, may I show the defense?
yes.
Oh,
Executive witness.
But I never seen that.
Okay, so you're saying you never received that?
That's correct. I
Okay,
have
you
proof
can
of that
write,
as well.
write notes so that you can address it when it's your turn.
Ma'am, can you indicate to the court what that document is and what it contains?
Yes, this is generated when we do a lease renewal. So this was very likely an attempt to get Mr. Johnson to sign another lease, and these would have been the terms at the time.
Okay, and at that time, who does it indicate would be responsible for water sewage trash?
The tenant.
Okay, and what date was that?
This is dated for September 20th of 2023.
Okay, so if there is no lease in place and it's a month-to-month tenancy, he would be responsible for water sewage trash, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and that was the notice that you sent to Mr. Johnson.
Correct. Along with that information was sent to Lansing Housing Commission. We have to give them 60 days notice.
Okay, and the second document that you have in front of you, is that a rent increase?
Yes,
Okay, and what was the date on that and how much was it for?
it was dated for November 4th of 2024, indicating that the rent charge was going from 800 to 960 with it being monthly.
Thank you. Judge, and I would ask that that be per your request, that the notices
You're asking to do what?
admit that as exhibit B as in boy.
Exhibit B to these
Those
together
two.
as one, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so this again is a notice of rental increase and new lease. This is from November 24th, 2024. However, my question was about November 2023, because that's when he was being assessed.
Correct. So they have to give 60 days notice, Judge. And that was in fact in September, and then that increase would take place in November of 2020.
Well, this one, these are two separate, this is from November of 2024, it's a year later.
For the rent
Sorry.
increase for the utilities.
These are two separate documents. I
Right, so it
can't
would
make
be
them
to your
one
left.
exhibit then. Because this is from November 4th, 2024. These are over a year apart. They can't be one document.
Then I would move to put that as exhibit 3, Judge.
This
Or
one exhibit
C.
B, this is B, this is C. Okay, so B, you give me
I
a.
don't have it here. She took them back.
Okay, this is Good Life Lansing residentportal.com. This is not a notification here though, ma'am. This is just something that was printed off of a portal, correct?
Correct.
This would not be notification that was sent to someone, because that would come in a letter form, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So
It seemed like they got a lot of stuff going on between him and the rental company. Now she was saying some stuff pretty good, but now they messing up with that document they just sent.
So, I don't know if you have a letter, but this is not a letter notifying Mishta or the tenant of a rental increase. This is just from the goodlife.com resident portal, which it says it on the top. And it says here that something's assessed, but that's not notification 60 days prior to him or to Mishta that he's going to be assessed for those charges.
Ma'am,
That one's going to be B, and that one's C. No, this one's B.
Can I just address why we added the rent charge of the $13.98?
Well, you can't. They ask you can only address questions.
Right, there's two
that are
two
asked.
things that he's objecting to, the utilities and the $13.98.
Okay.
We're just dealing with utilities right now.
With regards to utilities, did you notify the Housing Commission of the increase with regards to utilities?
With the change in how it was billed, yes, it was not an increase. It was still the same amount as our other things had already been.
Okay, and then did you notify Mishta?
Yes.
Did you notify Mr. Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have the letter notification with you here today?
No.
Okay, and were you anticipating this as a point of contention today?
No.
Okay, is that why you don't have it?
Correct.
Could you, in any other means, provide it to the court today?
Yes.
Okay, so if you could email or call someone, we could have that notification sent to the court.
Very likely, yes.
But one does exist, correct?
Yes.
And when did that notice go out?
I would have to look at it to give you the exact date.
Okay, would it be 60 days before
It
it
has,
took
to,
into?
it has to be at least 60 days. So if we send it like the middle of November, it can't take effect until February.
Okay,
Because it has to be at least 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, because we didn't know exactly what the narrowed down issues were, I would ask that we have the opportunity to have that information back to the court, providing the notice to the defendant, to Mishta, and to Lansing Housing Commission with regards to the increase.
I can pull the actual transcript if necessary, but I'm confident in more than one time he's mentioned sewer and water charges in this courtroom that he was not supposed to be responsible for. This is not the first time he's mentioned that in this court.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why, at bare minimum, the money in his account, he's mentioned that prior to today. And he said that being charged fees that he should have been charged for, why that would not have been anticipated for today. And today was the time to prove that what his rent was and what he owed to dispute the basis of why the money was taken out of the account. So I think it's reasonable that he would have brought evidence of whenever his rent was changed. He brought a bunch of different documents from Mishta. They're saying that they notified him of this was the change of your rent. Why would we not have that?
Just because in his pleadings, he's pleading emotional distress and fraud, misappropriation. Nothing says, hey, I contest utilities being charged erroneously or rent being removed. This is
he said that on the record when we had the motion that I did on the record, and I said, what were the specific issues? He made it clear on this record, we could pull the transcript, that there was money that he had in his account that was taken out. So we knew that was an issue before we came here today, before he opened his mouth today. We knew it was an issue that he was alleging that there were some fees that he had been charged for in his account that he believed he should not have been charged for. So anything on your ledger, I believe, was reasonably notified to you that you should have been able to have your client provide documents of this is what his rent was, this is how much it was, these are the times that it changed, and this is when we notified Mishta that it was going to be changed. And it may have been a lot of times because he was month to month, but I think that's reasonable. This is for, he's saying that money he had in his rent account was taken out.
Judge, respectfully, I disagree. I don't recall the utilities being an issue. But we do have proof that notice was sent to all three parties.
The judge doesn't care which side it is. If you're messing up, she's going to say it. Now, in spite of, I know everybody says Mortal Kombat, but the judge is making valid points right now because they should have had everything, not about just the emotional distress and all of that. They should have had everything laid out so they know exactly what either they owe him or what he owes them. But let's keep going. And oh, by the way, eventually he's going to have to question the witness too. So make sure y'all have snacks or whatever you need ready to watch it.
With regards to the increase in the charging of the utilities.
Okay, you can continue.
Yeah, with regards to the charge of $1,398, in the ledger that Mr. Johnson provided, which indicated was quote unquote his ledger, there was a deduction of $1,398. Oh, and 90 cents. I apologize. And it indicated wrong credit from MON account in Entrata, fixed by adding a rent charge. Will you indicate to the judge or to the court what that accounting is or what that entry is?
Yes, MON, for clarification, is for Monopoly Apartments LLC. It's the entity that Pacific Flex is owned by. In auditing records and just looking back at literally every account, not just Mr. Johnson's, we went through every account that we had. Just looking at credits, looking at large balances, just to verify if everything was correct. There was an issue with his rent charges. The Section 8 was notified of his rent increase in 2023, that it was at $715. We were only charging him $515 in our system.
How is she remembering all of this stuff? It would have been better if she had the paperwork with it.
Finding that error, we went back and added the rent charges. Mr. Johnson actually ended up owing us a little bit over $600, but we just zeroed out the credit to keep everything even.
Y'all see the invitation right there? Y'all can hit her up if you want it.
Okay, you said that you went back and determined that he was supposed to be paying how much when?
The total rent should have been $715, but we were only charging $515. I don't know if you have that exhibit just yet.
I have a ledger, but this ledger is telling me back to 2024. So
correct. There is another one from before that as well.
This must be the one I never get from him.
This is the one that I gave you that you gave to Joe.
We don't go back and forth. We're not disputing. You can only respond to questions, ma'am. I don't know if your attorney told you that. You're saying prior to November 1st, 2023, his rent should have been.
This is the 2023 ledger, Judge.
2023 ledger. Okay.
It was changed software, so there was a difference in the ledger.
When you see there's a difference in the ledgers, you mean like
And just what it looks like.
the
Essentially
physical,
just what it looks like.
right, but not the content of it, correct?
Since you tell me, can you tell me when his rent was supposed to be?
I have that back now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
While we're waiting for her to look through her paperwork, I think, is it Par? Well, I hope I'm saying it right, but welcome to the membership club. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else on these screens. Okay, that's all I have other than me laughing at everybody in the comments. All right, let's go.
Because I do see here too from Mr. Adjustment, it says February 22nd, 2023 to May 31st, 2023, rent was $715. So Mr. was paying you $715.
Correct. But we were only charging $515 at the time in our actual system.
I don't recognize this, Your Honor.
Just make sure we don't have that witness.
Yes, please.
This will be proposed exhibit D, Judge.
So it was not 515, it was 580 that we were charging instead of the 750.
So you should have been charging what, ma'am?
$715,
But what were you erroneously charging?
580.
Okay, and who is responsible for the difference?
Honestly, no one is responsible for the difference. That was just an accounting error on our part. We should have been charging 715, and then he would have just been responsible for, I think his contribution at the time was $1 or $2, but we were not actually charging it. In going back, we added the rent charges that we should have been adding. It was not a rainy day fund of a credit. It was the credit building up from the rent charges not being correct.
Okay, so Mr.
Let me stop you. Let me just want to clarify. So you're saying that the money that was building up was not because he was transferring money from his personal account?
Correct. He has never made a payment to me.
You're,
Huh?
Yes,
moving to
Judge.
admit this?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Exhibit D. So let's just clarify. Mr. Johnson wasn't depositing money, cash, money order, certified checks, credit cards, anything of that nature to his account, correct?
That is correct.
So the balance where it's in parentheses, where it shows as credit, where did that come from?
That was from the error of us not charging the correct amount. We were getting the deposits of $713 to $715, but we were only charging $580. So it was building up a credit.
Okay, so at no time did he deposit money into the account?
Correct.
Okay, and so anything, for lack of better words, extra was you're undercharging of the market rent, correct?
Correct.
All right, I have two. Hold on, I can't put it on the screen because it hasn't come over yet, but I'm on the YouTube. Dilf Bag, appreciate that. He's asking everyone to come out of the chat, hit the like, and come back. And Jeannie, thank you also. I really appreciate it. All right, let me make sure. All right, let's go. Hold on, I got to switch screen. Start it back up. If it comes through here, I'll put them on the screen. I normally like to put them on the screen so everybody can see everything. So the comments are not popping up because they're coming through really slow for some reason.
So when Mr. Johnson alleges that this money was his money, that is incorrect as in regards to him paying into.
Correct. Anything that would have been extra would have gone back to the Land and Housing Commission. If it was an actual credit.
Let me just ask a random question. Do you allow tenants to pay extra in there?
Yeah, and it'll just sit as a credit on their account. So like
Okay.
if a tenant wants to pay 2 months at a time, then they'll just let it sit as a credit.
So if I'm looking at this ledger that he provided, like, let me see. This is the one he
Oh,
provided?
okay.
Yeah, and it says like at the top of yours is the first thing, November 1st, 2024.
I have November 6, 2024, Judge.
The date at the top, I think she says.
Oh, yeah, I meant it's the first transaction.
Oh, yes, Judge.
Okay, and so the first transaction I see is from Mishta.
Correct.
If he were to make a payment, what should it look?
It would say check 21.
Check 21. Okay, thank you.
So anytime Mishta makes a payment, it is classified under Mishta making the payment.
Correct.
So you can identify quickly who made the payment and in what amount.
Correct.
Okay. Are there any entries on anyone's ledger that shows Mr. Johnson's payment into the account?
No.
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, he's not paid into the account, correct?
Correct.
Off the record, just a moment.
When did Mr. Johnson vacate the unit?
August 4th, I believe the date was. It was a
Okay.
Monday.
And prior to August 4th, had he been paying rent?
Was Section 8 paying rent? Yes.
Okay, so Section 8 pays their portion, regardless of whether or not Mr. Johnson pays his portion.
Correct.
Okay, so when was the last time Mr. Johnson paid his portion?
I worked there since January. I've never received a payment from him.
Council, can you ask about the bed bug fee if you know? I don't know if she was
I do
there.
know, I do know about that.
With regards to a charge for,
$405.
looks like $405 charged March 21st, 2024. For a bed bug, issue. Can you
That's what y'all been waiting on, the bed bugs. The bed bugs are up. Go ahead. Comment about whatever you want to comment. Y'all been looking for the bed bugs. Now you have them.
address that, please?
Yes, Mr. Johnson was given information to prep for the treatment notification that there were bed bugs in the unit.
Okay, I'm sorry. Pardon?
I'm sorry, after notification, after us receiving notification of the pest in his unit, the pest control company that we were utilizing at the time came out and Mr. Johnson refused to let them in. We, of course, let him know that if he refused, he was going to receive the trip charge for them coming out and not being able to complete the contract.
Okay. And were you charged that regardless of whether or not they actually treated the unit?
Yes, because they actually came to treat the unit and did not actually do so because he refused to let them.
Okay. And how much were you charged, ma'am?
$405.
They thoroughly reading that paperwork. I guess I missed another one. She'll be talking to me.
A March 22nd, 2024 entry. Bad debt write-off. Mishta current half is $715. Mishta portion $714. Tenant portion $1. Rent was increased to $850 without proper notice to tenant or Mishta. Can you speak to that, please?
Was that a credit or a charge?
It was a credit. It's in parentheses, $675.
Yes,
I believe you had a question about that.
correct. In again, auditing ledgers, there was a realization that Section 8 was not notified with a 60-day notice of his rent increase, so we had to back off the rent charges that were increased over that time.
Say that one more time.
There was, in auditing the records, there was a point where Section 8 had not been notified 60 days out of a rent increase, so we had to back off the rent charges that were inaccurately added, so we had to take off that 600 and something.
Back to the ledger. So Mr. Johnson has not paid his rental portion this January, correct?
Not the entire time I've worked there, no.
Okay, and do you know what his rental portion is?
I do not know what it is. Well, I don't know what it is now. He's no longer living on our property.
Okay, and at some point, did Mr. Johnson acquire a pet?
Yes.
Okay, do you know what that pet was
It was
or
a
is? Okay. And prior to that, did you know about the pet?
We were not notified.
You were not notified. And how did you come to find out about this pet?
We happened upon the unit and found the dog.
What do you mean you happened upon?
In regular walks with pest control or coming in for maintenance, we regularly go into tenants.
Okay, and then you came across the dog.
Yes.
How do you know it was a tenant's dog?
We asked.
And he indicated to you
that it was
personally?
his dog, yes.
Okay, and did he pay a pet deposit for the dog?
There's supposed to be a $200 pet deposit along with monthly rent for the pet.
Monthly?
A monthly pet rent of $35 this year.
Okay.
He said a monthly pet.
Monthly pet rent of $35.
Okay, so $200 pet deposit and then monthly of $30.
Correct. The only time that is not assessed is if they have a valid ESA letter and provide that.
Okay, ESA is emotional support animal or
Correct.
service animal, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and did he provide, make a reasonable accommodation request to you?
We did not.
Okay, did he provide any letters stating that it was a service animal or ESA?
He did not.
Okay, and then do you charge them pet fees?
Correct.
Okay, do you charge, how much do you say per month?
35.
Okay. Are there any other fees associated with the pets?
No.
Anybody notice the outside? Remember yesterday? It was getting dark. So have they been in here all night?
At any time was his rent abated and why?
Yes. His rent was abated due to a failed HQS inspection, meaning
What is that?
a failed HQS inspection with Section 8, meaning if Section 8 comes for an inspection and there are items that they deem are broken or are safety hazards and we have to fix them. If we do not fix them within, I believe we have 30 days, then his rent would get abated, meaning that Section 8 will stop payment and we essentially have to write off that.
Okay, did at any time Mr. Johnson make any repair requests, work orders, or maintenance requests?
Not in relation to the failed inspection. We were never notified of the inspection, and for whatever reason, we never received the mailing from the Lansing Housing Commission regarding it either until the rent was abated and realized that there was an issue.
Okay, but the issues that made you fail the inspection, there were no requests made to address those issues, is that correct?
Not prior to the inspection, no.
And whose responsibility is it to make requests if needed?
It is the tenant's responsibility.
Okay, and would you be aware of any requests or maintenance issues that were needed?
Yes, we have a crazy level of oversight. I get an email for every work order that's entered on any of my projects.
Okay, so you personally would know if someone was requesting their unit be inspected or
Yes.
repaired or maintenance issues?
Absolutely.
Okay, and did Mr. Johnson place any?
No.
If he did, it would be in your tenant file, correct?
Correct.
And you would deploy the necessary person to make those repairs?
Correct.
Okay.
What do you know? What was the issue that caused the abatement?
Long story short, we were never notified of the inspection, but once we received the information as to what needed to be fixed on the inspection, then it became an issue of actually entering the unit. My maintenance techs would go to the.
No, I mean, like, what
what
needed
were
to be
the actual
fixed?
issues? Yeah, like there was in his refrigerator, there was 2 missing drawers, but he happened to have a really old refrigerator, so we ended up just getting a completely new refrigerator to replace it. We couldn't find the shelving. There was an issue with some peeling wood on the bathroom door, and on the bedroom door, I believe there was. I think his air conditioner was leaking. There was a few issues.
Okay, so things that you wouldn't normally, it wasn't like a water heater or something like
No,
that.
no.
Thank you.
How about it split
Look,
door, split
look,
front door?
We don't do that. Yeah, I told you already, you
I understand.
don't blurt out.
Okay.
When you were testifying, she was not allowed to speak.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm doing my
Thank
best.
you.
He's doing his best. And I don't know if y'all heard it or not, but he's been doing a lot of heavy breathing on it over there. Like he's trying to get some attention. And he keeps doing that. She's going to say something to him. But he's doing it over and over. The more they talk, he's picking up his little papers and breathing heavy.
There was also an issue of pest control was listed on there for pest activity, but our units are always on regular rotation, and our pest control technician notes if there's any activity, in the unit, along with if there's any sanitation issues that could contribute to there being activity,
Pest activity, like,
cockroaches.
oh, okay. Got it.
So when the rent is abated, both the voucher provider, the voucher holder, no one is responsible for the rent during that period. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, would that be assessed to the ledger?
Yes. Absolutely, like the abatement amount?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, and did you at any time abate and how much did you?
I did. I don't exactly remember the exact dollar amount. I believe it was in the realm of $2,000.
Okay, and did those issues that you indicated to the court earlier, the reasons why you failed inspection, were they rectified?
Yes.
Okay, and you said something about access to the unit.
Yes, the reason the abatement lasted so long was because the first few attempts by my maintenance personnel that were going to the unit, Mr. Johnson would say, I don't want you in my unit without me being here, which is 100% his right, but it was continuous so that we couldn't get him to actually do the inspections. So I reached out to the Lansing Housing Commission, then she stated that she let me know, as well as Mr. Johnson, that he cannot deny us access when it comes to inspection collections.
Okay, so he didn't deny you inspections. He just wanted to be present at the time.
Correct.
Okay, and he did not make himself present for these inspections.
The first few times, yes.
And few as in how many?
At least 3.
Okay. And you can't access this unit without him present, is that correct?
We can, yes, but we were trying to be respectful because he wanted to be present while we were doing the collection.
So all the corrections were made?
Yes.
Did you pass inspection later?
Yes.
Okay, and then the payments resume after?
After the inspection is passed.
Okay, so the abatement was just for that period of time, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
He's still making all that noise.
Judge, I just have just a few more questions.
I don't even remember what the hearing's about. Is it about rent or bed bugs?
Actually, Judge, I believe that, oh, sorry. Judge, I'm moving to admit Exhibit E as an elephant, showing that now it's the current ledger.
I don't even have this, of course. There's no reason why I should have that balance at all.
May I show the debt witness?
I
Judge?
don't have a copy of that either, so.
There's your copy.
Ma'am, is that the defendant's current ledger?
Yes.
Kept in the normal course of business?
Yes.
And is the amount due at this time, if you could read it to the court?
It's $3,822.32.
And that consists of Mr. Johnson's portion?
Correct.
Okay, late fees?
Correct.
And
And
Pet
the
fees.
Pet fees, correct.
and the late fees again are how much per month?
Under our current terms is $50, or under, for Mr. Johnson, I apologize, it's $50 on the 6th of the month and $25 on the 16th.
Okay, and when was the last time Mr. Johnson had a zero balance?
Would have been November 1st of 2024.
Okay, and since November 1st of 2024, what has been assessed to his account that is his responsibility?
The utilities, as in water, sewer, trash, the pet.
Since November of 2024?
Correct.
Okay. Chats are coming in. All right. Bed bugs are us. Oh, hello, Canada. How are you? Thank you, love. Appreciate that. All right. Look like I'm back in business. I found the issue. I was kind of looking for it. All right. All the chats are back. All right. So let's keep going for bed bugs are us from Canada.
His actual rental amounts, which actually Section 8 is taking care of a good portion of it, but there was a time
Okay,
where he
and
was
can
supposed to
you
be paying
indicate to the court what's assessed and at what date?
for each month,
Correct.
starting when?
Starting when he had a zero balance.
November 1, rent charge of $800.
Excuse me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, rent charge of $800, water sewer charge of $40, trash $10. He received a $50 credit because there was an issue with the boiler in that building, so I gave everyone a $50 credit on that rent.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Glad you're here. Thanks for coming in. Now you get to come on in and see what's about to happen with this with this the guy that keeps breathing heavy and rustling papers over there in the corner.
Next one.
Yes.
Sorry, December 1 of 2024, rent charge of 800, water sewer of 40, trash of $10. We received a payment from Mishta of $800.
Okay. And don't include legal fees in there, just continue.
Okay. Next charge was December 26th of 2024, when we discovered the pet in his unit, along with the prorated pet rent of $1.13 for that month. January 1 of 2025, pet fees of $35. That was the monthly increase to the month-to-month amount of $960. Water sewer of $40, trash of $10. We received a payment from Mishta for $948. With the balance still being at $449.13, he was assessed a late charge of $50 on the 6th of January and a $25 late charge on the 16th of January. We received a $12 payment from Mr. Johnson on January 30th.
Yes, please.
February 1, 2025, water sewer charge of $40, trash charge of $10, pet rent of $35, monthly rent of $960. This was the first month that rent was abated. We did not receive a payment. We have late charges of $50 on February 6th. Late charge
Okay,
of,
no, I'm sorry. No, the late charges carry over if there's a balance. Is that correct?
correct.
Okay, so whatever there, it would continue to roll over until the next month, ma'am?
Correct.
Okay, I'm sorry, please continue.
March 1 of 2025, rent charge of $960, water sewer of $35, pet rent of $35, trash $10. March 6th, late charge of $50, March 16th, late charge of $25. April 1, water sewer $40, trash $10, rent charge $960, pet rent of $35. Late charge on April 6th of $50, late charge of $25 on the 16th of April. May 1, exactly the same, pet rent $35, water sewer $40, $10 in trash, $960 rent charge. Late charge of $50 on May 6th. May 9th of 2025, we abated $2,110 and removed that because the rent was actually abated for the failed HQS inspection. May 15th, we received a payment of $948. I'm sorry, one payment of $948 along with a prorated amount of $734 from Michigan. May 16th, late charge of $25, being that there's still a balance on the account. June 1, $10 for trash, $40 for water sewer, $35 for pets, $960 in rent charge. Received a payment from Mishta on June 3rd of $798. June 6th, late charge of $50, June 16th, late charge of $25. July 1, water sewer, $40, trash $10, pet fees of $35, $960 in rent. July 3rd, we received a payment from Mishta for $798. Late charge on July 6th of $50, late charge July 16th of $25. August 1, being that he moved out, it was prorated, so there was a rent charge of $123.87, water sewer of $5.16, pet fees of $4.52, trash at $1.29. Upon move out, there's $250 cleaning fee for cleaning the unit afterwards. That was assessed on August 4th upon move out. The security deposit of $515, along with the $200 security deposit for the pet, was applied on August 6th, leaving the balance of $3,822.35.
Okay, so if we remove the legal fees that are assessed to the ledger, is the balance $1,584.01 that is due and owing?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, I will move to admit that as a plaintiff. I believe that's exhibit E.
Any objection?
I do object.
What do you object to as a part of that ledger?
As far as that ledger goes, well, from the very beginning of it,
Well, not that you dispute the ledger, but are you saying that this is not the ledger that they kept in the regular course of business?
I wouldn't know if they did or not.
So I'll note your objection, but it will be over.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's, any other questions for this one?
No, Judge.
You have questions for this witness?
Yes, yes, I do.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Y'all ready? I think you think this is gonna be a good defense, or good question that good questions that he's gonna ask. Maybe he'll bring up something about the bed bugs. All right, now time for everything to ramp up.
Say that you gave LHC a written request notifying them of more than just my rent increase. Is that correct? That included the utilities as well in June of 2025? Is that correct?
I did not say June 2025, no.
Okay, you did say it when you did you said that you gave them notice you said that you gave them notice. Right, that you increased my rent, or that you increased my rent, and that you you add the utilities as well to it, correct?
Correct.
I'd like to, actually, Your Honor, you have it. Exhibit A is the email from Cammie that states only the rent was what was discussed in both emails.
No, you're
from
asking
Pacific
her a question?
Yes, correct. So why was there no indication of an increase in utilities as well?
As I stated previously, it was sent out as a blanket information to all of the agencies that we deal with for Section 8. It did not go personally to Cammie.
Okay, Cammie does not have anything in my file, and it explains it.
I
in
can't
the email.
speak, I can't, we
Okay.
can't speak on behalf of Cammie. Cammie's not here.
Okay, we could always call her, of course, absolutely. She'd be more than happy to
No,
suspension.
we can't call her because she was supposed to be
Okay.
subpoenaed here today.
Okay,
We wanted her to
so
testify.
I have the proof in that letter that shows that she only asked for rent increase for June and for no.
I'm not sure what letter you're referencing.
It's the email from Cammie Sutton from LHC. The email.
We're talking about an email from 2025.
The one that's from Cammie Sutton, it's the only email that you should have up there. It's in yellow marking. It should say that she had looked through her files and everything on me for the time I've been there. And the only thing she had was no updated lease.
Okay, you can ask your next question.
Okay, okay. Next question. I have email in my phone stating that Cammie has told me that mail has been sent back to her from the apartments.
I checked on 2 counts.
I don't know what the question is yet. What's the question?
So my question is, you state that you did give me, that you did say that LHC sent me something, correct? That's what you said?
Your question to this witness is
that
did she
LHC
say that?
The LHC did say that, or she said the LHC sent me the copy of everything that she said as far as this whole entire time is gone. Everything she says she sent to LHC is sent to me? Because I'm
not following your question.
Are you agreeing that you said that LHC gave me all the paperwork and all the updates that you yourself gave to LHC?
I said it is standard for any updates that we send to our agencies that the agencies send out to their tenants. Yeah.
Okay. I did not get anything because LHC claims that they got my mail back to them. So my mail did get to me, so I don't understand why the issue is that certain LHC paperwork is getting sent back to them. Now, landlord has a key to my mailbox.
No, this is time to give questions
Okay.
for this
So
witness,
then-
not argument.
So then there was nothing given back to me. That's the point I wanted to make. I have an email. I'm sorry. I need to rephrase this.
He said he had the questions written down. Now he's going through his phone for questions.
Oh, that was the only thing at least. Okay, I already asked her that. Oh, yes. Okay. You say that LHC was overpaying you for those years in 2022, all the way up until you said 2023, correct?
No, I did not say that. I said
Okay.
we were not correctly charging rent. They were
You
not.
said it was the opposite, that they were underpaying.
Correct.
They were
No, they were
underpaid.
not underpaying. We were undercharging.
Got it, okay.
And you said you were charging me $580?
Correct.
I have here, Your Honor, it says
Is
that
this for the witness?
it's proof that she was lying. The LHC.
You have to ask her about your proof. I don't just take exhibits.
I have proof here that says LHC pays $573 from 1/1/2022 all the way up to 5/01/2022, and then it changed to 390 and 6/01/22, 390 for 3 months, to 188, 578, to 713, to 424.
What is it that you're looking at, sir?
This is the numbers from LEC that I had given you earlier as well too. Those,
So
that's
you want the witness
I
to
would
see
like
that?
her,
You can provide that to the
and say
witness,
that is not the
And
case.
can you tell me, do you know what this is, ma'am?
I do. It is essentially a ledger from the Lansing Housing Commission stating how much the HAT payment was that they were actually sending to us. It does confirm that they were paying $713 starting January 2023, where we were still only charging $580.
Any other questions for this witness?
Yep, I do. You stated that I've never made a payment to you whatsoever. The whole time you've been there. You said that under oath, correct? I never made a payment to you whatsoever.
Upon looking at the ledger with some sheet, I did see that $112 payment from January of 2025.
Uh-oh, he about to break out the EM paperwork. Y'all know who it is.
I'd like to exhibit this as proof that I did pay them in February
What is this?
2025. This is the receipt
Of what?
for payment.
Well, ask her, how much are you alleging you paid and how, and when, and ask her if she ever received that payment.
Did you ever receive a payment from me for $12 in February 2025?
I did not. I received it on January 30th. I just verified that.
January 30th, for February.
Yes,
But you knew it was for
very
February.
likely.
You knew it was for February.
Are we, no arguments? Okay.
Oh,
All right,
he's
all right.
mad.
So there was one, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The violations that you state, you say that I have had the dog since when?
December 26th of 2024.
Okay, I'll agree, that's right. Do you remember what it was I told you the reason why I got the dog? You remember what it was I told you?
I never had a conversation with you
Okay,
about it.
okay. Your Honor, I had a conversation with her.
When this is not the time to give your argument. This is-
Gotcha.
You can,
So I gotta
after you
remember
finish
all
questioning.
this. I gotta
Okay.
remember it all too.
Okay, got
so-
it. So you want to address what, the dog thing?
Yes, correct, because I have PTSD and
Okay.
my door, you can see in these pictures, is split wide open. I've had squatters and crackheads trying to get into my apartment.
How did your door get split?
No idea. I came home one weekend and somebody was trying to break into my apartment.
Okay, you
They
called
have
the
had
police?
A lot
You
of
called-
issues.
Did you call the police? Is there a police report?
I believe I did. I believe. I'm not
You
100%.
believe you
No.
brought all this evidence, you don't believe it?
No, no.
There's a police report?
I don't remember actually calling the police, but I do know that I had this issue. I came home the weekend and it looked like it'd been split. I don't know what they had done. I don't know what had happened. There's no cameras. I can't prove anything. The cops would tell me, you weren't even here. Talk to the landlord.
You can't, we hearsay, we don't know what we don't, and that causes
But
speculation. We don't know what a cop would say. You are telling me
Okay.
that you came home and it looked like your door had been split and that someone tried to break in and you did not call the police.
No, that is correct.
Okay.
He just said he didn't know a minute ago. Now he's saying that he didn't call him. That sounds like contempt to me. What do y'all think, eh?
That is correct. So I needed a
Did
dog
you notify-
for protection. I
did you
notified them.
Did you notify your property manager that your door looked like it had been split?
That's correct.
How
They
did you
know.
notify them?
I told them in person.
Who did you talk to?
I talked to her.
Okay, you recall that, ma'am?
No.
Okay.
What-
what day was this?
This was in December on, I want to say.
December
right,
2024?
December 2nd, maybe the 3rd. It was right at the very beginning of December. It was right at the very beginning of December. I
This
told
past
her-
December
Yes,
2024?
yes, because I had the issue with that door and I've been trying to get after them for months to fix this problem. And for months they wouldn't. So I had to get LHC to come and do an early inspection to get them to do their repairs.
When did
And
they come to the inspection?
When the January 24th of 2025.
Okay, was the door an issue then?
We had not been notified about the
Yes.
door, but upon the inspection, the door was an issue, yes.
Okay, and the door was repaired after
It was-
January?
yes.
Okay, and when did you get the dog?
I got the dog in December because.
December what?
December before Christmas.
Okay,
The
so Okay, 2024, you got a dog.
Yes, correct.
Okay, keep
So
going.
I don't deny the dog, but I needed the dog because they wouldn't do their part. They would
Well-
not fix anything. And
You needed a dog because they wouldn't
because
fix the door?
they're crackheads and the stuff. And
What kind of dog did you get? sir?
I had a dog that was, it was just a mix of something.
Mix of what?
Yeah.
It was a Heinz 57.
What?
Heinz 57. It's like
Did he say Heinz 57? Do you know what that is? That's the stuff you put on steaks or something.
an American Bulldog, Boston Terrier.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of different mixes. I couldn't tell you exactly what she might have been.
It was not a puppy when you got it?
No, she was not a puppy.
Okay.
No, correct. She was
And
not a
did
puppy.
you
She was
notify
3,
your
4 years
your
old.
landlord that you were getting a dog?
That's correct.
How
That's
did you
correct.
notify them?
I told, again, in person. I
Did you
told
pay
them in
the
person.
fee to have a dog?
I told them I'm getting the dog because of the door. They
It's a hot dog. Oh, my bad.
will not fix the door, so I need to
I
get a
understand.
dog.
Did you pay the fee to get the dog?
No,
Okay.
no, I did not. Okay, so really, these are more just proof than they are asking her anything. I'm not gonna really get anywhere with her. This is just more proof to show that what they said between them, a lot of it are lies. And I can prove
What is this is just proof?
They
I'm
are
not sure what you're talking about.
that the questions I'm asking are more so me being able to prove what they said is a lie. More
Okay, so you don't
than
have any
me
more
asking
questions. You
her
don't have any
questions.
more questions for her then? Okay, very good. You can be excused.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now you can continue with your
Okay,
evidence.
okay, all right. So, well, with the dates that they said with LHC was giving them the same amount exactly that they were asking for.
Well, I have the records of what they, I'm not disputing that LHC paid whatever they paid. Show me proof that you deposited money into the account out of your personal account. Show me your evidence for that.
Okay, that's just throughout my ledger. That is what
Nothing on your ledger shows me where you deposited money.
Oh,
As you look through the months, it will show different amounts and then it adds up.
I see the different amounts, but show
Okay.
me where it came from you, because that's not, I don't see anything that came from you.
that's
Okay,
right.
the only thing that I can show you is I sent them this right here. This is the only thing
That was
that I have a
in
copy of.
January of this year.
No, well, yes, January 31st, February.
So you told me that you put $1,398 in your account for safekeeping. When did you put show me where you took $1,398 out of your banking
I
account
wouldn't be able to do that.
and 90 cents and put it
I
into
couldn't
this
do that.
account?
I couldn't do that.
What do you mean?
Your
Why
Honor.
can't
I
you
wouldn't
do
be able
that?
to do that. All I have is my ledger. That is what I went on proof.
Why
is my ledger.
can't you, why don't you have proof that it came out of your account?
Because I have no account. That's why I was putting extra money into the rental account. So that way I have no account. I don't want to leave my money in.
You're saying you don't have a bank account? is
No,
what you're
I don't
saying?
have no bank.
So
account, no.
how did you get the money into the
By
rent
giving
account?
it to them. By giving it to
You
them.
so you're saying you had cash
Yes, yes.
and you walked
yes,
over
and I
to
gave
them
it to
and gave it to them
That's correct. That's
and
correct.
you didn't get a receipt?
They didn't give me a receipt. No, they didn't give me a receipt. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. This is going back
Where's
way
the
in
receipt? Well, okay, if they did,
2016.
where's the receipts?
Yeah.
Don't have any. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Really, his defense is going downhill fast. Matter of fact, real quick, Cool Clear Water, thank you for being here. I'm glad to see you in here tonight. And check your email. I sent you something.
So much paperwork, I don't have any receipts. I just don't. All I have is my ledger to prove what it is I paid and the difference in their ledger to show that what they did, that's not right.
Sir, I'm looking at the ledger. The balances that are in here are not because you gave them any money. It's because of overpayment. That's why I'm asking you to show me proof.
I can't, Your Honor, because all I have is ledger. That's all I have.
No, you came here and you alleged that they committed fraud and took money. You're gonna show me where you had money because you're on Section 8. And so Section 8 is paying the majority of your rent, and at some portions of your time there, your contribution was $0, meaning Section 8 did not believe you had enough money to even make a payment. And you want me to believe that you gave them $1,400, and you better show me where the $1,400 came from, and you better show me where you gave it to them.
Okay, over 10 years, I can't. Over 10 years, I can't. I don't have it.
There's no $1,400 wasn't sitting in an account over 10 years, sir.
No, it wasn't. It was building up to that.
That's not true. That's not true.
I can't prove anything now, so I can't. All I have in my ledger. That's all.
This is terrible, but probably good for y'all at the same time.
All I came in with is my ledger because that's what I thought. That
and this
honestly
ledger only goes back to 2024.
2023, November 2023, because they would not give me anything beyond
the ledger you gave me.
Yes.
There's nothing from November 2023.
Yeah, there should be. Except in my ledger, I could not, because I started getting my ledger from them in March of 2023 when I found out they were stealing from me.
That's when I started getting my ledger. Sir. This is not from 2023.
My ledger goes back to 2023, and their ledger goes back to
the one you gave me does not go back to 2023.
It goes to March 2024. My ledger goes to March 2024. Their ledger goes to November 2023. That's what correct. It is.
And in 2023, the ledger that I have does not show that you had a balance that was accruing. It said that you had a security deposit of $515.
But my ledger does show that I did at the time. I had 17.
Where is that?
That's my ledger. What you have.
Your ledger doesn't go back beyond 2024.
Because they won't give me a ledger before that.
You have a ledger prior to 2023.
Yes, it's one of the exhibits. He was already provided with it.
Is that the one that she went off here? This one right here?
No, that was Exhibit E, Judge. The ledger from 2023 we marked as our exhibit number D, or letter D.
This is just 2020. Okay, this is 2017. Let's see here. 515. Rent charge. Looks like bank transfer payments. It says the account that it came from, the amount of the payments. That came from Michigan. Looks like rental charge payment came from bank transfer from Michigan. The only thing I see going into this account comes from Michigan. There is never any cash or any other deposits being paid in here, and the checks numbers are being attached here, the amount of the check and then the balance. There's nothing here that reflects that you contributed to the overage that was reflected here.
The only thing I can say, Your Honor, is I'll never do this again. I'll never expect them to hang on to my money. I will never.
Well, it's not their job to hang on to your money. Right. However, you have not even proved that there was money that you put in there.
That's all I have is my ledger. That's all I can do. That's all I can show you.
Okay.
No need to really go and think because it's all I can do.
As to are you ready to make argument? Any further argument for you?
I can prove a lot more things they said are lies, but I don't think it's going to much matter.
Okay, just because they said things that were lies, don't mean that you get paid for it.
I'm
trying to see you filed a claim, sir, and you alleged that you were suing for $3,020 for money they stole from December 2025 and before to November 2023. You said you were suing for $2,747.70. for all the illegal and misappropriation of funds from January 2024 and beyond to March 4th, 2024. And then you allege $5,000 for intentional infliction of emotional distress and ongoing harassment, which you have failed to prove. Flat out, the $5,000 for intentional infliction of emotional distress. A lot of people like to throw that claim out there. I don't think they understand how much of a burden it is for you to prove intentional infliction of emotional distress. You don't.
Well, hold on a second. Sherdell, thank you for the super chat. And I guess there's a message in there for everybody. They said, take a shot whenever someone says ledger. Y'all can handle that.
Just get to sue for IIED because you're annoyed or because you're talking over the judge when she's talking, or because you were annoyed, or because you had to deal with something that frustrated you. You really have to show that the other party did something that was so egregious and they did it with the intent to inflict severe emotional distress or to harass you, and that because of that you were inflicted with such harassment, and that's evidenced by medical records, or I had to go get counseling because of what they were doing to me, or I had to do X, Y, and Z to recover from whatever they were doing to me. Nothing that you're sharing with me based on what you're saying is anything that can go to their intent to inflict emotional distress on you. And so that claim is dismissed. Your claim for $2,747.17, all illegal and misappropriation of funds from January 2025 and beyond to March. It's unclear what happened between January 2025 and March, but based on your own testimony and your own questions of this witness, it sounds like you only made one payment between that time, and that was $12. So I don't see how they misappropriated any funds of yours during that time. I asked multiple questions about the charges for sewer, because I do see in the lease where you weren't supposed to be charged for that, and I do see the RIFTA is what it's called, at least one RIFTA. I don't know how often you receive those, that says that you were not supposed to be charged. And then when I look through the documents that you did provide, which were from Michigan, from MISHDA, about the adjustment for your housing voucher, it's most of them say that you weren't paying, you're not paying utilities. That's what most of these say. And so I would tend to agree that you should not have been paying the utilities. Maybe MISHDA should have been, but it doesn't sound like MISHDA was aware that they were paying it, or maybe that was what was included in the rental increase. I'm not sure. It tells me what your portion was, but even if I believe that you were supposed to be paying it, it doesn't sound like they have sought to recoup it, that you never paid it anyways. So I can't give it back to you because you never paid it. And when you moved out, they dismissed their claim, and we're not seeking to move forward because it was just for possession of the property. Lastly, your claim for $3,020 for money that you said they stole. You've not been able to provide any proof to this court that you placed money into the account that was taken out. To the contrary, the court has looked at 4 different ledgers at this point, and these ledgers all show money that was going in and what was coming out. The only money the court sees coming in only ever came from Michigan Housing Authority. I never see anything that came from a private or from you, a payment that was made from you. And then the witness, I think, aptly explained how it was that there was an adjustment, and that's because they were on your ledger putting your rent lower than what it was supposed to be, and that it should have been $715. When I look at the notice from MISHDA was advised that your rent was supposed to be $715. So when they went in and did the adjustment, it took out what the overage was, and that's because MISHDA was paying what they were supposed to be paying. The landlord was not charging what they were supposed to be charging. And so for those reasons, I'm unable to grant you any relief that you're seeking. Your claim is dismissed. Any additional matters for today?
Yes, and
We're back.
for the record, Your Honor, every document that he provided to me, I'm giving back to him right now.
Wait a minute, because I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give you all of your records back. I think it is good that you, I think in general, you should keep all of these records. You might have been missing a couple of your MISHDA forms, but you want to get a folder and keep those for your records, even in your new place, because you never know what you might deal with.
Yes,
So
and I'm a little bit more educated now on what to do next time that somebody does this.
Open a bank account. That's what you do the next time.
Judge, I'll prepare an order.
Oh, wait. He never paid anything anyway. And that was funny when, I think it was Admiral said, come on, Judge, give him his $12 back. Now, do y'all think he should at least get his $12 back? He wasted the court time. He filed motions to have this hearing. I think the court owed $12. What you think?
Dismissing his claims with prejudice.
thank you. Let me give you all of these forms.
So I'm you're dismissing everything against me, I'm dismissing everything against you, correct?
That is correct. The case is a
Thank you,
wash.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
These are giving everybody their paperwork back.
Okay, I have
That's
no problem.
theirs. And this is his.
No problem, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your help, Your Honor.
No
Thank you
problem.
for the education, all the
No
FYI.
problem, sir. I'm glad that you have a new place. You were able to maintain your subsidy.
Yes.
And
yes,
that's
absolutely.
what's important.
Correct. And that's the most important thing.
Exactly. And you be safe, okay?
Yep. So I'm working. I'm got a place. I no longer need to be there. I'm a happy man.
Very good. I think
Thank
everyone's
you.
happy. Thank you.
Judge, we have one more issue. There is, I believe, $60 sitting in court escrow was not released ever.
It's about 72
Oh,
or
is
80.
it? The last time I checked, it was 60, Judge.
He's adding the $12. You catch that? Because she said 60. He talking about last time he checked it was 72. He trying to get the $12 back that we joking about.
I don't know exactly what it is.
About 80 at this point, I think. $84 in escrow for the months that was for his $12 payments.
Correct.
That's to be released to
Yes,
the
Judge.
landlord.
Okay.
And do you want it all in the same order as the dismissal, Judge?
Yes,
Wait,
please.
I'm sorry, there's one more thing I have.
Yes.
Now, at the end of the video, during my walkthrough with Sharice, I think her name is, she stated she was sending my security deposit 515 to my aunt. Am I still getting my security deposit back? Because I have a video of her stating that she is giving it to me.
I'm not sure. So their laws are very specific about how they address security deposits. It needs to be released back to the tenant unless they send
I have
you a itemized reason of why they're not.
nothing, but I have you, Sharice, on video stating that I
You all can address that outside.
You don't have to be on video.
You don't need to do that. You don't need
Okay,
to
so
do
you're
that in my
not going
presence.
to, I got you.
You have a
Gotcha,
balance
you're
of
not
it.
going to, okay, then. yeah.
Did you provide them, with a forwarding address when you moved?
Yes, I sure
Okay.
did. I
Okay,
gave
did
you
they,
an address to give.
and did they send you a notification within 30 days of why they were withholding your rent or your,
It's done electronically.
No,
oh, they said
nothing
they
sent
sent,
electronically.
they said- I'm sure would have evidence of that, hopefully. Maybe you can get a copy,
I wouldn't, how can I get it if I don't live there, Your Honor?
I mean, our office.
a copy of the email?
Of what they're saying. They
She
sent-
said you sent it to his email?
It's done electronically, yeah, but you can always just walk into the office and we can print a copy. It's easy.
Can you mail him a copy
I've
to his
got it.
forwarding address, please?
I can.
Thank you.
So the video of her saying that I passed the inspection doesn't fly?
I don't know. I don't know
stating-
I don't know what your evidence is. If you believe that they violated your rights, you have the right to pursue that in small claims.
Gotcha,
Thank
The
you.
okay,
deposit was applied to your.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're all set.
thank you, Your Honor. I don't.
Please escort them out of my court.
Yes.
Judge, just for the record, defendant/counter plaintiff counterclaim is dismissed with prejudice. All monies that are held in 54A district courts escrow is hereby released to the plaintiff Pacific Flats and mailed to the law office of Aaron D. Cox PLLC, and I gave the address, if I may present this. And I did update his address in the case caption to 31. That's correct.
That's the one. That's where my security deposit should be going to. Counterclaim is dismissed.
Why don't you won't let me put a note in it?
Okay, perfect, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, was it for the Cox docket? Have a
So
great
they
day.
want my escrow is what they're saying in this. They want my escrow.
The escrow, I ordered the escrow to go back to them. That's who, there was.
Oh,
you
they're
were-
getting my escrow.
Yeah, when, that was to
Okay.
pay your rent.
Okay. All right, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
That's it. It's over. That was a long stretch, but it got fun at the end. And definitely in the comment chat section, I had a ball laughing at y'all. I don't know if you saw me. At some point, I was wiping my face because I started crying because it was so much. It was funny. Y'all were funny tonight. And the good thing is, y'all can say things in the chat that I can't say here. You say a lot of stuff for me, so I appreciate it. That's why I laugh so hard. So yeah, it was a good case. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I know I did. In the most part for me, it's like when everybody's in the chat and having a good time. That's what I like to see. We always have a good time here. So I definitely love it. And I know y'all do too. So yeah, I guess everybody can get ready to go do what they're gonna do. But look, before you go, okay, make sure check your beds for bed bugs tonight, because we've been watching about bed bugs this evening. I don't want nobody to have bed bugs and put something in the comment section tomorrow that they found some. Oh, thank you, Trish, for the super chat. See, y'all made Trish's job easy, because honestly, we don't have drama on this channel when we have live streams. Like, it is always really good. Everybody joke and have fun. I like it. I really do. So I look forward to it. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Admiral. You should name it Admiralty Law. Oh, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, Sherdell. First live, okay. Huh? All right, I'm working on a new commercial, y'all. So something be coming soon. But y'all have a good evening or whatever time it is. Some people I think in the UK it says like 3 a.m. So all right. I'll have another video up. I'll see when I can do another live stream. But I'll see y'all around on the next one. And I appreciate all my subscribers and members. Thank you all, because without you, there's no me. All right. See you later.